Hello? Anybody gonna jump on tonight? So we're gonna talk about grief tonight, I guess. Grieving. That's what Spirit said. Grief and grieving. So that's what we're gonna talk about. If anybody jumps on here. Bentley, no. Of course. Oh, my dog saw a cat. Bentley, no. Are you gonna go inside? Sorry. Boo, no. Get over here. Hold on. Sorry. My dog just saw a cat. We're on the patio. Come on. You gonna go in? Or are you gonna be a good boy? Lay down. Come on. Leave that cat alone. That cat's not hurting you. Sorry about that. Sitting on the patio, my dog decided he's gonna a cat. So tonight the topic is grieving. Anybody got anything they want to say about that? So I know grief and grieving well. Once again, if you're not familiar with my story, and I think Spirit wanted me to talk about what are some things that I did that helped me through my grief. And there was 3 big things. And that was journaling and meditation and nature. 3 huge things that really, really helped me through my grieving process. I did not go to any groups. I'm an odd duck. Or what I've always said is I'm the circle that doesn't fit in the square. And so I just couldn't see myself going to a grieving group. That's just not me. And so I basically dealt with the loss of my husband by myself through journaling, meditation, and nature. And obviously I'm still grieving. I'll probably grieve for the rest of my life. We were together for 32 years. I meditated every day, sometimes several times a day. I kind of turned myself into a hermit for a while. And just, and everywhere I went, I took a journal, and I journaled, and I journaled, and I journaled some more. We have a lake here in town, and I would drive there, and I would just sit in nature, whether it be by the creek or in the trees or by the lake. And I would just journal, and I would cry. A lot of times I would cry. In the very beginning, I cried a lot. I would cry and I would journal. I would tell him how much I was angry with him, how much I missed him. I apologize for suddenly all the neighborhood animals want to bark. Whether it be that how much I missed him, or that I was angry with him, how much I felt guilty in the beginning. I had a lot of guilt that I had to deal with. A lot of guilt. And a lot of anger. And I still find myself sometimes angry with him. Even though I've told him that I forgive him. I had a lot of abandonment issues, trust issues. And so I journaled all that. And then obviously when I started getting into meditation and then realizing that I had these abilities and that I could talk to Spirit and And I don't know, it just started to heal me. Oh, sorry. My phone's squawking at me. Anybody got anything they want to add? Anybody? So yeah, if you're just hopping on, Spirit has me do a live now, just about every night. And they give me the topic. I don't pick the topic. I meditate beforehand. And they say, okay, this is what you're going to talk about. And sometimes they'll be like, you need to share this, like this part of your story or this part of your life, or it's really hard to explain. But so I'm just doing what Spirit's asked me to do. And so yeah, tonight the topic was grief and grieving and how I dealt with that after the loss of my husband. My husband took his life. If you're just joining and aren't familiar with my story, my husband took his life in September last year. And as I was saying earlier, I'm an odd duck. I'm that circle that doesn't fit in the square, or in, and so I could never see myself going to a support group. That wasn't something that I would do. That just wasn't me. I just couldn't see myself there. And so after I realized that I wasn't going to take my life and that my life was worth living, then that's when I started diving into meditation and journaling. And I would, like I said, I would go sit in nature. I would just sit in nature and I would just cry. And I would just close my eyes and I would listen, whether it was the traffic going by the park where I was at, listening to the birds. Yeah. So that's pretty much how I dealt with. Hold on. I remember what you went through with Dee for a year or more before the passing. Bless you. Okay, so somebody knows our story. Okay, who's just me? Can you tell me who you are so I know who you are? Because obviously you're familiar with our story before that. Just me. Tell me who you are. I don't have my readers on, so I'll try my best to read it. Everything's so tiny. Why does everything have to be so tiny? Yeah, we went through a lot. Daryl got sick in December of 21. That's what they're just talking about. And with pneumonia, went in the hospital, was doing good, and then had 2 strokes. And so you could say the last 3 years have changed my life. Sorry, my phone's blowing up here. I'm sure now you're a blessing to others. Kathy Carter. Oh, hi, Kathy. Good to see you on here. I didn't realize you were following me on. Are you following me on here? Good to see you. Okay. Yeah. So, hold on one sec. Sorry, guys. Am I still there? Sorry about that. I had accidentally clicked out of there somewhere. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad everybody's here. So sorry about me clicking out of there for a second. I'm very technically challenged. So anyway, it's not going to be a long live tonight. Like I said, Spirit wanted me to get on and talk about grieving and grief and some of the things, how I dealt with it. And Kathy, I don't know if you're aware that my husband took his life in September. he was really struggling mentally, I believe. After he went through physical therapy, he was doing really great. And then as a truck driver, he was struggling with directions, and just everything kind of just went downhill. And I think he knew he wasn't going to drive truck anymore. And so he just decided to check out after 32 years together. So anyway, I'm going to upload this, so if you missed it, catch the download the video when I put it back up. Like I said, I'm not going to stay on long tonight. Just wanted to hop on because Spirit tells me I have to. Okay, yes, you knew. Yeah, I haven't been on Facebook a whole lot. I'm more on my husband's page now because my phone broke. So I still get on my page and I try to tag my page when I do videos or anything. But yeah, I'm not on Facebook like I used to be. No, not at all. Every neighborhood dog's gonna bark tonight. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna download this and I will upload it. So anybody who missed it, catch the, I guess you would say, the replay. Just give it time because my data sucks at uploading videos, so it takes a little bit sometimes. But if you're here, I'm glad that you were here, and I'm glad that you jumped on. Thank you for jumping on, and I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight for tonight, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night. I'm usually here about 8 o'clock my time. I'm on Mountain Time. So I try to get on about 8, and sometimes after that. And we'll see what tomorrow's topic is. We'll see what Spirit says. Anyway, y'all have a great night.